We've been lied to. For years, we've been told that a fresh squeeze of lemon is the ultimate health hack. We're told to put it in our water, our tea, our salads, and our marinades. It's the go-to for a health boost, a detox, and a dose of vitamin C. It's the darling of the health food world. But what if the very thing you're using to get healthier is actually making you sick? What if, when mixed with some everyday foods, that bright, fresh lemon becomes toxic? Now, before you panic, let's be very clear. We are talking about a deadly poison that will send you to the emergency room. This isn't a sensational headline about immediate catastrophe. What we're uncovering is a much more subtle but equally dangerous kind of harm. We're talking about a silent assault on your digestive system, a chemical reaction that can lead to chronic inflammation, agonizing gut distress, and long-term health problems you would never in a million years connect to that innocent-looking lemon on your kitchen counter. Think about it. We've all been there. That unexplained bloating, the sudden stomach cramps, the heartburn that just won't go away. We blame it on spicy food or eating too fast. But what if the true culprit is a simple combination you've been making for years? For many, this is a slow, steady undermining of their health, happening day after day without them ever knowing it. It's a health disaster hiding in plain sight. The truth is, some foods just don't play well together. The highly acidic nature of a lemon means it's a picky partner in your diet. It's time to stop guessing and get the facts. We're going to pull back the curtain and reveal the 4 dangerous food combinations that can turn your healthy habit into a health nightmare. We'll show you exactly why these combinations are so bad, what's happening inside your body, and how to avoid them for good. This information could save you years of discomfort and confusion. Before we get started, I want to hear from you. What's the one thing you always add lemon to? Drop your answer in the comments below as we read and reply every comment.
The first toxic combination is milk and dairy. Many of us start our day with a healthy ritual. Maybe it's a protein shake, a fruit smoothie, or a bowl of yogurt. And to give it a little zing, a lot of people like to add a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. After all, it's a healthy fruit, right? What could go wrong? A lot, actually. This seemingly innocent combination is a classic but often misunderstood mistake. For your digestive system, mixing lemon with milk or dairy is like throwing a wrench into a perfectly running machine. The problem here isn't about taste, it's about chemistry, and it all comes down to a protein called casein. Casein is a large, complex protein found in abundance in milk and most dairy products. It's what makes milk so filling and nutritious. Your stomach is designed to break down this protein, but it's a process that takes time and specific enzymes. When you introduce a highly acidic substance like lemon juice, you completely change the environment inside your stomach, causing a rapid and chaotic reaction. Think of it like this. When you add lemon to milk, the acid causes the casein protein to coagulate. It curdles. It goes from a smooth liquid state to a thick, lumpy, and incredibly dense mass. You've probably seen this happen if you've ever tried to add lemon to a glass of milk. It separates instantly. This same reaction happens inside your stomach, but on a much more severe and impactful scale. Your digestive system, particularly as you get older and your digestive enzymes become less efficient, is not equipped to handle this sudden solid clump of protein. This thick, indigestible mass sits in your stomach, causing a host of uncomfortable and painful symptoms. We're talking about severe bloating, trapped gas, sharp stomach cramps, and a feeling of being uncomfortably full for hours. This isn't just a little indigestion, it's a full-blown digestive disruption that can completely ruin your day. For older adults, whose digestion naturally slows down with age, this reaction is even more pronounced, and the discomfort can be much greater. The science backs this up. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Food Science took a deep look at this very reaction. Researchers demonstrated how the significant pH drop from adding citrus acid can decrease the digestibility of casein proteins by up to 40%. That means a large portion of that protein is essentially indigestible, just sitting in your stomach and causing trouble. It's a scientific explanation for the pain and discomfort so many people experience without ever knowing the cause. Consider the story of Mary, a retired librarian who was a stickler for her morning routine. Every morning, she made a delicious berry smoothie with Greek yogurt and a squeeze of lemon juice, believing she was setting herself up for a healthy day. For months, she'd been experiencing chronic stomach issues, a constant feeling of fullness, bloating, and gas that she couldn't explain. She tried eliminating different foods, but nothing worked. She saw doctors and even tried a restrictive diet, all with no luck. It was only when her grandson, a nutrition student, suggested she track her food and symptoms in detail that she finally noticed a pattern. Her symptoms were always at their worst a couple of hours after her morning smoothie. On a whim, she cut out the lemon juice. Within 3 days, her chronic bloating was gone. Her digestive system was finally able to process the yogurt properly, and the relief was immediate and profound. The great news is you don't have to give up on lemon or your morning routine. The key is knowing how to enjoy these foods without creating a dangerous reaction. One simple solution is to swap out dairy milk for a plant-based alternative. Almond milk, oat milk, or coconut milk don't contain casein, so they won't curdle when you add lemon. Another option is simply to wait. If you have a bowl of yogurt or a glass of milk, wait at least an hour before you consume anything with lemon. This gives your body the time it needs to process the casein proteins separately, preventing the curdling reaction and keeping your gut happy. It's a small change that can make a massive difference in your digestive health.
The second toxic combination: tomatoes. We see them together all the time. A vibrant tomato salad with a zesty lemon dressing, a pasta dish with a rich tomato sauce and a finishing squeeze of citrus. They seem like a match made in culinary heaven, a perfect balance of sweet and tangy flavors. But for your digestive system, this combination can be a ticking time bomb. This is the acidity bomb, and it's a major reason for the heartburn and indigestion so many people experience without ever knowing the real cause. The issue is that both of these foods are highly acidic on their own. The acidity in tomatoes, while not as extreme as a lemon, is still significant. Lemon juice, on the other hand, is one of the most acidic foods you can consume. The problem isn't the individual acidity of each food, but their combined effect. When you consume them together, their powers multiply, creating a synergistic effect that can overwhelm your stomach's natural defenses. Your stomach has a powerful protective barrier to shield it from its own corrosive acids. This barrier, however, isn't invincible. When you hit it with a 1-2 punch of high acidity from both lemon and tomatoes, you can trigger a major event: acid reflux. This is when the stomach acid pushes back up into your esophagus, causing that burning, painful sensation we call heartburn. If this happens regularly, it can lead to gastroesophageal disease, GERD, a chronic condition that can cause long-term damage to the lining of the esophagus. This is especially dangerous for seniors who are already more prone to GERD and other digestive sensitivities. The science behind this is clear. With a pH of 2.0, lemon juice is one of the most acidic foods you can consume. When combined with tomatoes, which have a pH of 4 to 4.7, the synergistic effect can be a major trigger for acid reflux, a condition that affects over 20% of adults over the age of 60. Many people believe a little bit of acid is fine, but the cumulative effect of consuming these two together can be incredibly irritating and even damaging over time. Consider the story of a man named Alistair. Alistair was a widower who found comfort and joy in cooking. He was particularly proud of his fresh, light pasta dish with a homemade tomato sauce, which he finished with a generous squeeze of fresh lemon juice for a bright flavor. He started experiencing chronic heartburn that he just couldn't shake. The pain would flare up in the evenings, making it difficult to sleep. He tried over-the-counter antacids, avoided spicy foods, and even gave up coffee, but the burning sensation always came back. He never suspected his favorite, healthy pasta dish was the source of the problem. It was only after his doctor suggested he keep a detailed food journal that he connected the dots. He noticed a clear pattern. The nights he had his lemon-drenched tomato pasta were the nights his heartburn was the worst. Removing the lemon from his recipe was the simple fix that finally brought him relief and a good night's sleep. This kind of story is more common than you think. We often focus on the obvious culprits like greasy or fried foods and completely overlook these seemingly healthy combinations. We're conditioned to think that if a food is natural, it must be good for us in any combination. But as you've seen, that's not always the case. Your body's chemistry is a delicate balance, and these two foods together can throw it completely out of whack. So what's the solution? If you love both lemons and tomatoes, the key is to eat them separately. You can still enjoy your tomato-based pasta, but swap out the lemon for a dash of high-quality balsamic vinegar or fresh herbs. Or, if you're making a salad, choose a different dressing. This small change can prevent a lot of discomfort and long-term damage to your esophagus. Remember, it's not about giving up foods you love, but about combining them intelligently. Has a common food combination ever given you unexpected digestive issues? Tell us your experience in the comments below. We read and reply to every message. We're all in this together, and sharing our stories can help others find the answers they need. The third toxic combination: certain medications. This is perhaps the most serious combination on our list, and it's one you must take with the utmost care. It's not about indigestion or discomfort. It's about life-threatening drug interactions that can make your medication completely ineffective or, even worse, dangerously potent. This is the silent drug interaction, and it's something every person on medication needs to know. Always consult your doctor or pharmacist before making any dietary changes, especially if you are on medication. The information here is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. The core issue is that lemon juice can interfere with the way your body processes a surprising number of prescription drugs. The real action happens in your liver. Your liver is a workhorse, responsible for metabolizing most medications. It uses a specific set of enzymes, most notably the cytochrome P450 enzyme system, to break down drugs so your body can use them and then get rid of them. Here's where the lemon becomes a problem. Certain compounds in lemons and other citrus fruits can inhibit this cytochrome P450 enzyme system. When this happens, it creates one of two very dangerous scenarios. First, if the enzyme is blocked, your body can't break down the medication properly. This means the drug stays in your system for too long, leading to a toxic buildup. This can cause dangerous side effects and can be as harmful as an overdose. Second, for some medications, the enzyme is needed to activate the drug. If the enzyme is inhibited, the medication is never properly activated, rendering it completely ineffective. It's a lose-lose situation that can have grave consequences, leaving you unprotected against the very condition you are trying to manage. This isn't a rare phenomenon. A 2018 review in the Journal of Clinical Pharmacology highlighted that citrus compounds can inhibit the cytochrome P450 enzyme, which is responsible for metabolizing over 50% of all prescription drugs. The list of affected medications is long and includes common drugs for blood pressure, cholesterol, blood thinners, and even some antidepressants. The potential for a silent interaction is everywhere. Consider the story of a man named Bernard. Bernard was in his late 60s and was taking a crucial blood thinner after a recent heart scare. He wanted to get healthier, so he started a daily habit of drinking a large glass of lemon water every morning. He didn't feel any different and was proud of his new healthy routine. A few weeks later, during a routine checkup, his doctor was alarmed to find his blood's clotting time had changed and his medication was no longer working effectively. They had to adjust his dosage, and it was only after his doctor pressed him on any recent dietary changes that they finally connected the dots to his daily lemon water habit. Bernard had inadvertently been making his medication less effective, putting himself at risk without even knowing it. This highlights how a seemingly harmless dietary change can have a critical impact on your health. I cannot stress this enough. Always consult your doctor or pharmacist before making any dietary changes, especially if you are on medication. The key takeaway is that you should never assume a healthy food is safe to combine with your medicine. The chemical interactions are complex and can have serious consequences. If you're on a prescription, always ask your pharmacist if there are any known food or drink interactions. If you found this information about drug interactions helpful, please hit the like button. And make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you're always the first to get this critical health information.
The fourth toxic combination, hot lemon water. It's the ultimate health trend, the sacred morning ritual of health gurus and wellness blogs everywhere. The myth goes that a steaming mug of hot lemon water will cleanse your system, kickstart your metabolism, and give you a youthful glow. We've been told for years that this simple drink is the secret to a long and healthy life. But what if this daily ritual, this supposed elixir, is actually doing a slow, steady, and irreversible damage to your body? This is the myth of the morning ritual, and the truth is that the combination of high heat and high acidity can be one of the most damaging things you do every morning. The problem with hot lemon water is twofold. It's a perfect storm of high acidity and high temperature. On its own, lemon is incredibly acidic, with a pH of around 2.0. Your tooth enamel, the protective outer layer of your teeth, is strong but not indestructible. It's highly susceptible to acid erosion. Now introduce heat into the equation. The high temperature of the water can cause your enamel to expand slightly, opening up tiny pores and making the surface of your teeth even more vulnerable to the acid. The hot acid then goes to work eroding that precious enamel with every single sip. Let's put it this way. Your teeth's enamel is like a durable raincoat, designed to keep them safe. The lemon's acid is like a relentless downpour of tiny corrosive droplets. Now, when you add hot water, it's like you're standing in a steam room, making that raincoat porous and weak, allowing the acid to sneak right through and cause all kinds of trouble. Over time, that raincoat gets so worn out, your teeth are left exposed and sensitive, and the damage is something you can't just fix with an umbrella. But the damage doesn't stop at your teeth. The same high acidity and heat can also irritate the delicate lining of your stomach and esophagus. The heat can cause an inflammatory response, while the acid works on its own, increasing the risk of acid reflux and heartburn. For someone who already has a sensitive digestive system, this daily shock of hot acid can lead to chronic discomfort and even long-term conditions like GERD. This isn't just theory. Dental science has confirmed it. A study published in the Journal of Contemporary Dental Practice found that daily consumption of acidic drinks can significantly erode tooth enamel, and this effect is often exacerbated by high temperatures. Over time, this leads to tooth sensitivity and a higher risk of cavities. The research shows a clear link between these acidic morning routines and dental problems that manifest later in life. I know a woman named Beatrice who was a devoted follower of the hot lemon water trend. For over a decade, she started her day with a tall, steaming glass, believing it was the key to her health and beauty. She never understood why her teeth had become so sensitive, a sharp electric pain that would shoot through them whenever she ate something cold or sweet. She also started suffering from chronic heartburn, a burning sensation in her chest that she dismissed as just part of getting older. She blamed everything from coffee to spicy food, but she held on to her lemon water habit, seeing it as the one good thing she was doing for her body. It was only during a dental checkup that her dentist pointed out the severe erosion on her teeth and asked about her daily habits. When Beatrice mentioned her morning drink, the dentist explained that her beloved ritual was the very source of her pain. When she stopped, her tooth sensitivity and heartburn began to subside. It was a shocking and painful realization that her well-intentioned health habit was doing more harm than good. The good news is you don't have to give up lemon completely. The key is to consume it safely. Instead of hot water, try adding a small amount of lemon to room temperature water. This eliminates the damaging effect of the heat. Even better, drink it through a straw to bypass your teeth entirely. This simple, easy change protects your enamel and allows you to still enjoy the nutritional benefits of lemon without the devastating side effects. So the next time you think about brewing that steaming glass of lemon water, remember the myth and the real scientific truth behind it. Your teeth and your stomach will thank you. So, there you have it, the truth about the lemon, the supposed health hero that under the wrong circumstances can turn into a serious health problem. We've unmasked the 4 dangerous combinations you need to avoid to protect your health. Remember the first toxic combination? Lemon with dairy, which can curdle milk and cause painful digestive distress. Then we revealed the acidity bomb of lemon and tomatoes, a 1-2 punch that can trigger chronic acid reflux. We also uncovered the most critical risk, the silent drug interaction of lemon with certain medications, which can make your prescriptions less effective or even dangerous. And finally, we exposed the myth of the morning ritual, showing how hot lemon water can silently erode your tooth enamel and irritate your stomach lining. Now you have the truth, and knowledge is power. Which of these 4 surprising combinations were you guilty of making? Let us know in the comments below. We read and reply to every message. And if you think this video could help a loved one, please share it with them. Your support helps us spread this life-saving information to those who need it most. Thank you for being here and for trusting us to bring you the information you need to live a healthier, happier life. We'll see you in the next one.